with my baby daddy. And for all of the words that I didn't say to him, decided to write a letter.
Oh, shit.
And it's like, this is some bars. I gotta share this. So, yeah. Here's a letter to my baby dad.
Oh, shit.
Dear Chris.
Can we say safe space?
Safe
space. Say safe space.
Safe space.
I don't know if he gonna need it or we gonna need it.
Safe space. Drew a little inspiration from the Kendrick and Drake beef. Just a little bit. All right. Dear Chris, I'm sure it feels confusing to you to have no say in your son's life. So I figured I would do you a courtesy and help you understand why I say that you're not a priority. I'm hoping that with this understanding, we can be on the same page moving forward. This is not coming from a place of spite. I'm not trying to exert more control than I have or ruin your relationship with him or whatever twisted rationalization that you can come up with to try to understand how we got here. Your lack of effort and participation throughout the years in figuring out the minutia of his day-to-day on top of all of the other extra effort I've had to put in to make sure that you're involved has led me to this place where I'm extremely confident that doing this shit without you actually makes life so much fucking easier. So I stopped being willing to accommodate for your lack. You are not waking up early every morning to make sure that he has enough time to get ready for school and out the door. You're not around to tell him to brush his teeth, put on the clothes he laid out the night before, make sure he has all his homework, that he gets his glasses, that he takes his medicine, and remind him to be sure to eat something before he takes it, otherwise his tummy will hurt. You were not there with me when I had to work my way through a bachelor's degree so that I can secure enough in wages to provide a life built off of joy instead of survival. You were not there when I had to consider what type of job I can take that would pay me enough to provide a roof over our head, a kitchen stocked with food and home-cooked nutritious meals, his own bedroom fully decorated and made in his own reflection, a schedule flexible enough to work around my son so that he's not being raised by a third party who could never love on him in the same way, so you quell your ambitions. You do not have to sit and wait in anticipation when you accept a job offer and sign up for benefits, only to realize they only cover half of dependent healthcare expenses and the pennies left over just isn't enough to cover everything else. You are not making the mental calculations of how to turn paycheck into thousands of dollars to deal with the curse that he got from you of having teeth that looks like they've chewed through bricks and now need braces, so now I have to take on twice your debt. Bitch. Yeah. You do not have to carry the weight of necessary long-term interventions that will improve his life later on. And my gas tank is on E, my brakes are going out, I have to put dinner on the table, maybe I can cook in between his practice and my next work meeting, there's a school dance coming up, fuck, I have to buy him an outfit, he wants to have a sleepover this weekend, he has a game on Sunday though, how much movies do they cost again? How much do the movies cost again? I want to go back home to visit my cousin who just buried his son and celebrate my best friend whose birthday is coming up, but I have to travel for work and damn, junior summer is about to start, but I got to take him with me. I don't know how else to make this work. Fuck, I can't afford any of this shit. Let me update this nigga, Chris. When I am forced between the choice of securing the bag or watering my seed, you are not the mask that provides oxygen for me to breathe when I am suffocating. I know you've missed out on so many special moments with him, so I'm sure that it's hard for you to grasp the gravitas of what that statement actually means, but I digress. You were not here with me when it comes to his education. By the way, what's his teacher's name again? Do you even know the name of his school? Better yet, what project was he working on last week? Do you know the test that he has coming up this week? Do you know his reading grade level? Did you know that he struggles with comprehension? Did you know that he went up 10 reading grade levels in just 4 months because he tries so hard and he wants to learn, but his brain mixes up the words and it takes a second for the sound to catch up with the context, and sometimes he can't sit still long enough, so the teacher gave him a moving box so he can get out all of the sillies, and he has this one girl in class that he's been crushing on since 2nd grade, and oh my God, my baby actually has a real girlfriend, and now I have to have conversations with him about the birds and the bees and instill in him that we do not plant seeds that we don't intend to water. And no, I do not have to say this from a place of lip service. He will know in action what it means for someone to pour into him. Only one of us here was brave enough to confront the consequences of our demons. You did not sit in it with me when I had to deal with the consequences of choices that we both made when the delayed effect on our son started showing its ugly head. Do you know how many nights I spent soaking my pillow in guilt? Do you know how hard it is to want to do it but couldn't because you didn't have childcare, so you didn't, and now I'm back at square one to have no idea how it's going to get done, but you do it anyways to give your child a life that you've never had? Do you understand how lonely it is to raise a whole human being by yourself that took 2 to bring into this world? So I get to be the sole provider, teacher, nurse, counselor, coach, chef, financial planner, the disciplinarian, the nurturer, all of the fucking things rolled into one, and you get to be just fun. So I apologize if I ever gave you the impression that this was a negotiation, that you had equal bargaining power when it comes to decisions about my son. I will not pretend anymore like we are in this together. I will not pretend anymore that we are co-parenting and both working for what's in the best interest of our child. So when I say that I don't prioritize you in his life anymore, this is what I mean. You are not even a thought. You have only provided the seed. You didn't tend to the dirt. You didn't make sure it got enough light. You didn't adjust when the shade came in. You didn't dig up the weeds. You barely watered it. $100 a month in child support is lunch money, but better than nothing, I guess. Paying for him to play sports doesn't mean shit if you're not there to correct his posture during the missed free throws in the gym. The truth of the matter is that I am the gatekeeper to your peace. You have 4 other kids walking around here without their daddy in sight. You believed your lives were a resting place until I brought it all to light. My son hasn't even made sense of the fact that he only knows his siblings because of me. You will not get to launder your deadbeat image by pretending to be father of the year with mine. I see you, bitch ass nigga. Ooh, bitch, I'm sorry. Ooh, thank y'all.
I see you.
Good Lord.
Yes, nigga.
Y'all have no idea how much pent up shit I got.
Get out.
Okay, thank you. This is not from a place of hate. This is indifference. You make no difference to me whether you're here or not. I'm not here to soften the blow of the truth that the choices that you have made in the grand scheme and minutia of the day-to-day have made you irrelevant. I will move heaven and earth for my son to have a fighting chance in this world while I watch you struggle to pick him up from down the street. Trust me when I say that we are not the same. I have made sacrifice after sacrifice and swallowed being seen as the bad guy so my son didn't have to confront the fact that his dad just doesn't love him that much. So trust me when I say that we are not the same. This is not spite. You did not just witness a hostile takeover. This is an acknowledgement of the reality of the consequences for the both of us. This is facts over feelings or whatever the niggas say. And that is that the choice that I have made has meant that I am in this alone. No one is coming to save me and my son, not even the nigga I laid down to make a baby with. And the choices that you have made has made you irrelevant. Thank you.